I'm woke.
Woke.
I'm woke.
You know, this idea of purity and you're never compromised and you're always politically woke and all that stuff, you should get over that quickly.
We brought together 6 people who consider themselves woke.
Hi, my name is Adriano.
Jay Lee.
Chima.
Tatiana.
Christian. Jonathan.
And I am
the wokest.
But who's the wokest of them all? And what does that even mean? Using their own personal definitions of the word woke, the contestants will eliminate each other one by one in order to find out who's the most.
Life is great. I'm glad we're sitting down, you know?
Yeah.
It's more comfortable.
So much better.
We'll just start off with a question. How do you define woke?
I think woke is being aware to the social systems that create social inequality amongst disenfranchised people.
I think being woke is more like being aware of yourself and how you perceive things or realities or events that happen.
For me, woke is basically anti-materialism, not falling into like all the expensive stuff a lot of people have.
What about you?
Realizing that you're not the only person to exist and like your perspective isn't the only one. And just empathizing with things that like you never even thought of, like that were problems for people, certain things like that. I feel like it's just like the drive to learn. Like you don't have to know everything, but to learn.
Okay, that's good.
What about you?
You know, I've looked at the definition, but I can't help but feel that if someone first is aware of their own suffering or the turmoil and like the spiritual warfare that's going on inside them, then they're less quick to just cast judgment on someone else.
How I define it, it's about understanding the social injustices that happen, and someone who is woke is someone who is willing to like just listen first, empathize first, and then figure out, not really like a compromise, but figure out what the right path for everything is.
I personally disagree slightly about the sense of compromise. There's so much turmoil that is suffered by the lower end of the social spectrum that we can't afford to compromise or just be aware of ourselves.
I want to clarify with compromise, I mean like being able to speak the other person's language to make them understand you. So thank you for clarifying.
I don't know what it's like to be in someone else's shoes. Like let's say someone living in like, you know, Wall Street or Connecticut, but then once that happens, I could find greater compassion and understanding.
Through empathy, right?
Yeah.
Empathy is what matters.
Damn, this is really tough.
Yeah.
Because if we're woke, then we have to be
we have
like
to be honest about the
understanding.
situation.
Jalen, for example, sorry, Jaylee, I apologize, was all about like self-awareness first, where ours was like outward first.
My opinion is just more like I can't be aware unless I know myself first.
I feel like Adriano's sense of being woke is more of a Buddha enlightenment type thing, which I feel won't push the conversation farther.
We gotta vote.
So I feel like...
Yeah, we gotta vote. So I'm gonna go with you. Yeah, no disrespect or anything.
That's fine. I feel like a lot of the things I say tend to be very direct because I'm a very confident person. So I feel like a lot of those people feel like I'm trying to push my beliefs on them.
I'm sorry.
It's just a real shame that I wasn't able to like stay around to even explain like my story. Not at first appearance, but I am of Hispanic descent. I've done activism, or I worked in Washington, D.C.
I didn't notice until he was actually like out of the circle that like he's the only like white passing one in the circle. So I think it was like, I'm not sure if it was like subconsciously that, because like I wasn't voting that way.
Okay guys, like no hard feelings, like let's not, you know.
So I feel like part of being woke, it is this sense of ideology that is mixed with experience. You don't have to necessarily have the struggle, but I feel like it adds a lot of depth to the conversation. When you have to work like 3 times as hard as someone who is privileged.
What's privilege to you?
Being privileged is having born in a place in society where you have to work less to achieve the same thing as someone else.
But couldn't you still be woke even though you're privileged?
You could, but I feel like you have a lot more to say once you've lived it.
Being a black person in America, yeah, but there's also white people who, you know, come in like shitty situations. For me, I'm not gonna lie, for me, like growing up, like I lived in a 2-story house, and there's this white dude who lived in a trailer home, had a bad like upbringing, like, so I was just like, I was more privileged than him in that. It depends on the person by the end of the day, you know?
I think that's true, but I think it's unwoke to realize that there's other factors to that. The race factor itself
Yes.
is gonna
Yeah,
negate a lot of the opportunities that a poor white person could access.
You think so?
Yeah.
I'm 100% sure.
Definitely.
Yeah.
100% sure? So that's factual.
They don't-
And
It is
just
factual
because
based on
and just because you said, oh, there's a black person who's made it here, why can't we all do it? Well, it's like you
It's
can't.
possible.
It's possible, yes. Just because there's
Yeah.
outliers doesn't mean that the general population has, you know.
Here's a quick example. There's two, like a white guy and a black guy.
Okay.
They do a crime. Black African Americans are more likely to get a longer sentence.
Okay, we gotta pick.
I have to say.
Yes.
So I don't really like want to focus on race. I only focus on race when it's necessary. So I just want to give the.
It's always necessary.
I came into this wanting to bring a new perspective on wokeness, because when you think of wokeness, you think of that definition of black empowerment, you know, understanding the system. I thought it was going to be eliminated first, in all honesty, because of the definition they have were more similar.
Can we get closer?
Yes.
Get closer.
Oh my God. For me, I like to know what do you know your purpose in life, or where is everyone at in this moment?
For me, I'm a reading interventionist, and just going back to a community that I saw there wasn't much opportunities, and just being there for the kids and kind of creating these pipelines to success, because you know some schools are underfunded.
No, that's good, honestly, yeah.
I got involved in a lot of like corporate America work. And in there in itself is I realized that, oh my gosh, there's a lot of like microaggressions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
in Silicon Valley, that's where I worked.
What's a microaggression?
For example, like I worked at a company where I have like mental health issues, and they would say, "Oh, you're crazy," ha 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 ha, and they would laugh, and that like hurts.
Yeah.
My purpose for me is really just healing. I know I'm a healer, and I know deep down I would love to heal people in ways that, you know, people don't ever get that love and attention you need.
Like,
you know?
how would you heal someone?
I give them a touch, I hug them,
You okay?
I am not trying to invalidate your experience because
20
it's
seconds.
100% valid.
Right.
Personally, for me, I feel like we should focus more on policies.
I'm like in college. I just kind of want to direct my path more towards like politics. The scale I was thinking of was more like low scale, kind of like local government type of things. The privilege to even like work in politics is huge. Seeing one of like my mom's side of the family, the area is like one of the most underfunded cities in America, and just seeing how they treat them, like the food that they give them. My purpose, I just want to like
bring that back and try to implement
stop
the
people
things.
being so comfortable, because people think this like luxury, like
Right.
Popeyes, which is tastes good,
And
but
I
like
think it's just, when it comes to purpose, though, it's just however you want to make an impact on people.
who do we feel like we identify with the most? That there's some like, is that a way to choose the person?
I
Like,
feel like I identify.
yeah, I feel like I
Identify with you.
You on the
Just 'cause
experience
it's, like,
and
policy.
you on the policy.
I still love your woke, like, but the policy thing and like kind of more driven towards people. I love yours though.
Y'all want to eliminate the love? That's fine.
I'm sorry.
Y'all
I love you though.
We're not eliminating the
Y'all are
love.
eliminating me.
We're not eliminating the love.
This is
Y'all
about,
need love to do this policy stuff. Y'all know that, right? No. I was hurt when I was eliminated. Only because for me, you know, in order to achieve the most, I feel for people is love.
remember, it's not we're saying that you're not woke.
Yeah.
I know.
This is just like a learning discussion.
I went to an inner city school. I'm LGBT, you know, I was put down. I was always isolated. There was always cards stacked against me. I just want to change the system in order to make it fair for everybody to participate in this conversation. Because when you look at Congress, when you look at politics, the people that are there, they don't represent people like us. Right. And even if they have the best intentions, without our experience, you know, are they really going to make the right policies?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I grew up in like a kind of like an affluent like city. I was still like at that time struggling with money, being so close with all these people like privileged regardless of race, and just like seeing that and being part of that, and then kind of growing up and realizing I'm not part of that. There were just so many injustices and like that I was participating in, and just like even against my own being.
So this might be against the rules of the game, but I believe, since this is like the woke episode.
Yeah.
Does anybody really have to wear a crown? Because being woke is
Right.
not about
It's not about who's
winning,
Yeah.
right?
No.
So how about
It's just hard that it's
how about
like that.
how about from this point on, I'll limit it myself, but then we just end the game. How does that sound?
That's perfect.
For the
No one wears the crown. Let's control the game. Let's
do it.
not. Let's not these constructs
Okay.
of boundaries. Come on, you guys.
You
come
know
on.
what? I honestly think out of everyone, I think you should get it because you have honestly.
Well, no, I'm not gonna wear the crown. But come on, sit there a hug. Hey, dude. It was a pleasure, dude.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God.
Group hug. Group hug.
Do we just all wear the crown?
Okay. Oh God. So, if eliminated, please return.
Okay.
I just feel like I might eliminate myself. Or unless,
I'll eliminate myself
what?
because I don't want to wear that crown at the end of the day.
So that's what
Can I?
you didn't really care about the crown, so, or like, because you like are like the beautiful wokeness.
You want to switch? No.
No.
Stay there.
Bye.
Yeah, you have to.
I genuinely wanted Chris to have it because like the whole point is like activism, and it's like just out of showing everyone he was the one that like was like an interventionist. I was like, you deserve this crown. Like,
I feel like I identified with her, and I feel like out of the entire panel, our belief in what being woke is had a lot to do with experience as POC. Yeah.
Okay.
You guys take 2 seats on the outside. Just plug your ears.
Chris from the beginning was very set on he felt the most confident I felt when he talked about being like awoke.
And then, like, there was also, it was just only policy driven, but we still have to choose. It has to be among
No,
them,
they're
right?
both really good though. They're both really good.
I'm honest with you
Yes.
guys.
I thought the most
I'm leaning more towards T. In all honesty.
T.
Yeah, let's just.
Cause I'm
Okay.
Yeah, we are.
what?
Congrats.
I said
The
it, but you
conversation,
didn't. Oh
the
my God,
conversation
the
is what's
conversation.
important. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Once I was eliminated, I was listening more. Cause at first I was just like, I was listening, but I was like, it's like I wanted to get my point out so badly, you know. So when I was out the circle, I was like, man, look, I see where he's coming from. I see where she's coming from.
Being woke is a really good thing, and there's so many different ways of feeling that good.
There's no singular definition about what being woke is.
The world really does benefit from each person just being the best example of love that they can be.
I'm so happy and thankful for these people and the discussion we had. Thank you so much for watching.
Hi, I'm Phil. Thanks for watching the video. Like, comment, and subscribe.